Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another exciting round of VRML preseason. I am Dash as your host, and Wit is on the camera. Palador is gone for the moment. He's casting another match that seems to have overlapped for this one. So we do have two streams running at the moment. Hey, Chocolate. So we have all the players in, just waiting on the start. We have Chaos in the orange and Ironic in the blue. Ironic, we just saw him just moments ago playing against Spaghetti, and that was a great match. Spaghetti was looking on fire, and Ironic was showing some really good things. I think the only thing that they were lacking was maybe some recoveries. But other than that, they were looking pretty strong. So I'm excited to see how they fare against Chaos, who is also a rather new team. Got a Farafo. I haven't seen his name in a while. Wow, that's an old player. I know he plays a lot of combat. I haven't seen him in arena, but I'm glad to see him back in arena. I'm glad to see him on a team again. This looks like teams are about ready. He's starting in 14. So Rox was the sub for Ironic. They're now on the blue side. And Rox is a pretty good player. I like the way he plays, very deceptive at times. He's very like cheeky juke. But Cakester gonna get this first recovery, but gets snagged on immediately by Duller. Duller he's not gonna be able to get the recovery though. He's still there, being a thorn in their side. He does force a weird clear, and CJ with another long mail slot. Oh, he got one in the first game that they played today. It was an insane shot, but luckily it was covered this time around. Now Callan on the back line, making sure no bouncing clears go into the goal. And Rox can try to maintain control to Duller. Duller got to work through three defenders right now. Goes for a long shot, but nobody forward. And Cakester with a good interception covering that goal. Adrumba gonna take it to Farafo. Farafo trying to get it back to his teammate, but is stunned out before he can. And not a good clear. Cakester will be able to recover on the back line. And Farafo gonna try to start again, but no pass, and he's forced to. Oh, looks like Duller not gonna get the clear off in time, and Dano is gonna be able to shake it. Now again, just another snag. Maybe a bit of lack of awareness right here. No communication, but a good chain. And CJ to start it off with 3 already. Just 1 minute and 20 seconds in. So it looks like maybe Chaos is a bit slower on these chains, which what was happening to Ironic in the last matchup. Ironic already warm, so who knows? And sometimes these double headers, it's like it can either be good for you because you're already warm, or it can be bad because maybe you're worn out from the last series. Who knows? We'll see how they fare. And Dano gonna take control. He has a pass to Farafo. He's gonna look for this pass, but it's just wide. It's gonna bounce all the way around back into the hands of CJ, and he's gonna reset it to Callan. And Callan gonna look up top for that pass. And Duller with the long bouncing clear. Oh, okay, gonna bounce even further back to Duller. So a nice little self pass, and CJ has an opportunity to take it in. Instead, he'll try to cross it, but Red Ruben with that great interception and clear for his team. But ooh, looks like it will not be clear. It's gonna bounce back, and CJ gets it again. Nice top pass to Callan. Callan has multiple options. He's going to take the one behind the back, and Miller to turn it in for 2 more. Now 5-0. So Ironic, not slowing down from the last series. They were heating up in the last round of the last series, and I was really hoping that they would have taken that series. It was just such a great matchup. Spaghetti was just looking so clean on their passing plays, and looks like clean snag for Duller, and a nice reset all the way down to CJ. And CJ even has a further reset, which he will take now. And Callan, ooh, looks like I don't know if he sees that last defender sneaking up behind, but he's not even going to have the chance to catch up. Now Duller back to CJ, forward to Rox, back up to Duller, and Duller with a long bounce. It's not gonna make it. It's just wide. And Callan can observe his option. He has somebody under goal. Might be taking this. Oh, but just waits too long. Hesitation kills him as Daniel gets a nice snag and clear. Fraffel might be to this one first, but a bit of a. Oh, wow. Fraffel does get to it first and turning it for two. So I thought he didn't have the read right there, but maybe some missed grabs on that block. Now 6 minutes, only down by 3. I think some good defensive coverage from Ironic. Like there's some lanes that as soon as Chaos gets into them, they're kind of at a loss. It's like, well, where do I go? There's no back pass. There's no forward pass. It's just great defense by Ironic. And now good defense again as they're shaking these passes and not allowing Chaos to get their footing even for a second. And then a long clear. And Cakes are going to try to recover it. He's going to take his time, but then again, no separation from his teammates. This is going to force into a clear. And Deller might be here to contest this one. He will. Looking for a big clear. And looks like the recovery might be there. Ooh, just wide on those bounces. Radruma is going to try to clear it himself, but it was kind of a weird tracking error. And now he has another opportunity to clear it off the head of an Ironic player. And Farafo work with his teammates. And again, no separation. It's kind of hard to take these passes whenever everybody's like just on top of each other. But Farafo, ooh, gets snagged on with a Callan who was on fire in the last series. I think he got 4 saves in a row. He's just been a monster tonight. Looks like Dollar's going to try to line up a shot, but instead decides to pass it to Rox, and Rox to the Pac-Man. But now the lanes are covered, and Rox may not be able to. Oh, he will. What a read by Rox. Callan, Ironic, gonna set up their offense. Looks like he's got a top pass, and looks like they went for maybe a dunk or a backboard shot, but just wide. And Dano with the great clear. 4 minutes nearing, and just missed. Oh no, just the overshoots. Another thing that was plaguing Ironic in the last series. It was great speed by them, but the accuracy on the regrabs just wasn't quite there. Now a 1-point game with Ironic in the lead. Have a 3:40 left, and Dollar gonna take his time. Just needs to be methodical, but it looks like that pass may not. Oh, whoa, wow! What a recovery by Rox, and Rox, Callan, CJ will get snagged on, and wow, looks like that save might have almost owned goal with the way he turned around. Now Cakester with his conversion, but no, everybody from Ironic is there. And a long pass to the tunnel, and Callan now has an opportunity for a long bounce shot. It's gonna be just wide, but the recovery's there again, and it's like an open net, but it was a tight angle, so I don't think they really had a shot. And good job on Duller recovering and taking it back out, but the lanes, Duller gonna get stuffed in the back line. It's just a big dog pile. Who's gonna get through? And a ding from Duller, maybe a rush shot. I know it's just highly contested right there, but man, what defense and a long shot. Ooh, Cakes are just missing off that little dot. Had that dot not been there, I think it would have been 3 more points for them, pulling their team ahead. But Rox instead has other ideas. He's going to try to clear this out, but gets stunned. What great brawl by Cakester. He's going to try to buy time for Dano, who will get the disc just barely. Man, great job by Cakester brawling his way, but long bouncing clear back into the bubble and out of the bubble. It's going to be in the hands of Duller. Duller has a pass to the shield. No, he passed to the torch. It's just out of the hands and into CJ's hands now. And another wide pass, but a weird bounce back into the hands of Rox to clean it up and pulling his team ahead by 3. Yeah, these passes, they seem to be off, but I guess the good thing about 4v4 is that since you have that extra player on the field, maybe these bounce passes that don't miss after all. You just have somebody waiting for any error, any margin of error is there. And suddenly, like what seemed to be a failed bounce pass or pass just turns into a more unexpected pass and actually ends up favoring you, which that little failed clear will favor Duller. And now 4-10. We're nearing a minute 10 seconds now. And 6 points. I think Chaos can do it, but they just gotta find the separation. I think the thing they've been lacking so far is separation. Like right here, Dano is just barely getting forward, but covered by CJ, and now there's no back pass. So for Raffo, now gonna take this 1v1 opportunity, but odd angle off the backboard. And now Rox has an opportunity to clear, but he will reset instead. And CJ gonna reset it even further to Callan. Callan with the low clear to Rox, and Rox into the tunnel. Into the hands of Duller, and Duller one more clear. Ooh, Cakes looked like he was there. Now CJ has opportunity for three, and he'll take it. Oh no, just off the mark for Raffo though with the slap, but into the hands of Rox. Rox not gonna get it off in time. Dano has time for this clear. Looks like it might bounce. Dangerous. It might bounce. Ooh, just almost. And that will be round one, ladies and gentlemen, with Ironic looking strong. But Chaos, I don't think they're out of this series because they've been showing some real promise.
That'll do it for the round. Blue takes the win.
So Chaos, I think, is looking pretty good. I think some of their recoveries and chains need to be a little bit faster because Ironic is just so good on these recoveries right now. And just their passing is on point. Separation has been plaguing Chaos right now. As soon as they have a man forward with the disc, he looks forward, there's nobody else with them. He looks to the side, somebody's coming in from that direction. He looks behind him, somebody else is coming from that direction. Seems like nobody's really just far away from the action and out of those passing lanes. So I think if the Chaos finds a little bit more separation, they might be able to get some better attacks going, because I don't think they've had a real good attack setup yet. Now, second round about to begin. Leading the series is Ironic with one round. And looks like they didn't really get the best joust. So it's going to be Chaos to get the first possession. But Duller, again, just covering those back lanes. And it's just those type of things. And what a great chain Callan to turn this in for two. Ooh, just beating that defender, starting it off early.
14, 13, 12, 11, 10,
So yeah, a great defensive work by Ironic in the midfield. They're covering these back passes. And if you just stay put, you're going to get intercepted. And I think maybe that's what Chaos needs. Just to move around. Get open. Sometimes you need to. With all these people on the field, the passing lanes get pretty cluttered. And now Cakester going to take a forward pass to Red Roomba, but it's just bouncing away from his hands. And a big clear into the tunnel. Who's going to get there first? It looks like it will be... Ooh, an overshoot. No, Dano. Can he recover it? He will, but it's going to bounce from the shield. Ooh, dangerous. And now Red Roomba with an open net. It's going to be a close, but to finish it will be Dano with a nice pickup from Red Roomba.
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
8:30 left in this match. Already looking good for Chaos. If they can just get a couple of turnovers. But CJ, what a great read from that pass. And another quick pass to Rox just out of his hands. But Callan will be there to help his teammate out. Rox going to try to take his time to set his team up. And Duller now to the sniper's nest. And a 1v1. Ooh, and a cross instead. He pulls out the goalie. So now it's just a 1v0 for CJ. Just free pickings right there.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The crosses in the bubble can be so strong, and if you don't have like the proper communication for any like bubble passing. Like your goalie will dive out even though he didn't need to because he had somebody else. And looks like for a long 3-pointer will be Duller off the backboard. An amazing shot and a tight angle, really. Looks like it almost dinged out, but he just threaded the needle.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Yeah, but as I was saying, like sometimes like in the bubble, like you got to really coordinate your defense. You have one guy going after one guy, maybe, and then maybe the goalie dives out on another. So coordinate those attacks so you never leave the goal open. Now Rocks with the quick reset to Callan. And CJ separating. So good separation so far, but a even greater defense by Farafo. But he's just going to get the pass off anyway. Now Rocks going to take his time up top to Duller. And a low shot. Ironic, just looking so methodical on these plays right now.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's game on.
Now Kexer with the disc. Trying to start off his team, but another missed pass, and this might be another turnover. It will be. Rocks just gets stunned, so he's going to slow down the attack for a little bit. But Duller, such patience, getting his team set up, and this is where it all starts. Oh, Farafo with a great recovery and punch. He gets the clear off, and now just they need a boost because Ironic is already boosting. They're already there. I guess it was a great brawl by Callan to hold up that chain. And sometimes these brawls can be so deadly. You're trying to get your chain started, but somebody's just there in the way. Ooh, and Cakes are getting snuck up on, but even then, Farafo to bail his teammate out, save himself 3 more points. And there's a chain again from Ironic. Rocks Titan, looking to the left. Callan back to Rocks. Oh no, just passed into Duller's hands. There we see again, maybe like those missed passes, you always have somebody there for the recovery. CJ looking low. Bounce, but Rox has not been able to handle it. Duller Ranger resetting to the shield. Callan gonna try to fight his way through 3 defenders right now. And Duller taking it in to Rox. Ooh, pass up to CJ, but he was stunned on the rim, so no dunk for them. Now Rox to the L, and Duller looks like he scraped the disc on the L. Now he's gonna lose that disc. But again, the chain ready and just so fast from Ironic. Duller with a long bounce shot. Nobody's home, but luckily it won't be anywhere near the goal. Just floating in front of the barrier, but CJ with a quick slap and off the ding crossbar. Dano gonna try to clear it out, but Rox is covering these lanes. Rox gonna reset it to Callan. Up to the torch, nobody's covering him, and it's an open net. Ruffo isn't there in time. And CJ picking up 2 more for his team.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, in the series before, Ironic was looking a little like stuffed, kind of like how Chaos is looking right now. Like they have no room to really start their attacks, and that's what Spaghetti was doing to Ironic at some point. It was really intense and really hard to just get through the defense when that just seems to cover all your passing lanes. Now Farafa with a quick little bounce. He's going to try to clear into the bubble, but Ironic is there once more with the recovery. And a long pass to Duller. Duller going to try to get it past the last defender. It's going to bounce and not be in, but Rocks with the great recovery and spinning around. Nice little style points right there. CJ ends up taking it.
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Now that's Chaos just kind of finds this offensive rollout. You just need to plan for the next pass at least, because Ironic just seems to have them read. A nice long reset. Oh no, looks like Kickster, I don't know, maybe having some tech difficulties. Looks like he wasn't looking at that particular moment. Luckily, Rocks will be stunned out, and so no punishment. But a nice 3-point opportunity for, just off the crossbar. Man, the crossbar doing work today. Rocks the great interception, and clear's not gonna happen. Dano just missing it, but Redrumba is there, getting through all these defenders. He has a chance to reset. Instead, he's gonna try to take a forward pass. Rocks intercepted by Cakester and an open net, and this one will be in. After so many attempted threes, they finally get one. Cakester.
13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7,
With 2 minutes rounding off, I'm not sure that Chaos can pull it out. They have to be really good with these defensive lanes, which it's really hard to cover a team like whenever you have a, oh wow, almost bouncing in, but Dano gonna get snagged on at the last moment, and the bounce off the backboard not gonna happen, but another bounce off the L, and Della Ranger's gonna be there to finish it off, and he will take 3 on an open net. Sometimes those clears heartbreakers.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
So it looks like this game might, well, this round rather, might be over.
and we're underway. Orange throws it way
Another long pass into the hands of Edrumba, but as you can see, Ironic is just kind of playing back now. Farafo has a chance to get 2 more. He will,
get to your launcher.
but with maybe
13,
40 seconds ish, 38 seconds
12,
ish,
9,
whenever they're launching.
7, 6,
I
5, 4,
I just say Ironic played a very, very great game. Just lights out defense on the lanes in the midfield. Maybe in the bubble, I think in the bubble they were shining. At least Callan was
30
in the
seconds
last
remaining.
series. But here they're just locking them down in the midfield. Don't even have to go to the bubble. Now Deller, 20 seconds left. He's gonna try to take a low pass, and Callan looks like he got either stunned or now he gets stunned. I think he might have just lost his hand on that dunk.
Orange team
Now
has the disc.
Dano with the bounce shot. It might be in just wide, and Jason with the last clear of this round is gonna take the series.
That
So they're
brings
1
the
for
round
1,
and
well,
the
1-1
series
for the
to
night.
win.
Losing against Spaghetti in the first series of the day, well, for NA at least, and now taking one of their own against Chaos. So not a bad showing from Chaos. I do like what they're doing. I think they need to adjust to Ironic's defense, and the defense from Ironic is just mainly chaining and covering the back pass, which is extremely powerful whenever you don't have good separation,
Round
which
started.
Chaos seems to be suffering from right now. I don't think they have
13,
that great of separation. They have a guy forward, so they get the long pass out. It's more like what's after that. You're trying to look for a cross pass low, maybe something high, but nobody's there, so you're forced to take a back pass where you have a chain coming from that direction. So it's really hard. Oh wow,
picked off.
nice setup and Roxanne. Ooh, Callan gonna recover it. The last moment, gonna go off the backboard, but he doesn't hit the angle just right. So now it's going to still be recovered by Duller. Duller to the nest and Callan once more, but a snag from Dano and a long clear. And Duller's going to try to get there on his own, but it's all about those chains. And Rox will chain with his teammate to get there first. Oh, wait. Ooh, just a loss off the head, I guess. And they're going to reset it to Callan. Off to the wall where C. Jason is waiting, and C. Jason, ooh, just barely going to get that pass off as Duller goes for a quick pass to Rox for 3. And starting it off early
14,
is Ironic.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7,
Feels
6,
so weird saying Ironic
4,
during
3,
these moments. It's like, ugh.
2,
I don't know.
here we go. Orange throws it
She just
way
flashed the
downfield.
scoreboard there with. I saw that. I mean, you can
Picked
leave
off.
the scoreboard up because you can just see how they're spreading the points. Jolly Ranger with 13, CJ with 9, and so many saves, almost even. You see, with 1, 2, 2, and a dunk from Jason to boost his stats. Now he's at 11 points, but the saves coming out from Ironic, and
11,
I don't really
10,
feel like these are saves from
9,
when made in the bubble. I feel like
8,
these are just saves in the
7,
midfield and
6,
maybe
5,
outside the bubble.
4, 3,
Yeah, definitely
2,
not reflecting the amount of steals. I don't really know what it counts as steals. I guess like direct,
game on.
like from their hand, counts as a steal, but I count maybe like
Clears it out.
an interception as a steal.
Intercepted.
But nonetheless, Daniel's going to try to track this one down on his own. Looks like he might go back for a chain instead, which is a good
Picks up
move,
the disc.
but he's pressured immediately. And for Raffo to pick it up. Raffo needs a new pass. And Dano to Radrumba. Radrumba trying to get it past, but rocks a good steal right there to CJ on bow tie. Back to Rocks. It's just going to bounce. So he will recover it. Just going to slow him down just a bit. And now to the panel and open net for Callan. Looks like the goalie dove out, which is a good move. But he didn't get on the player himself. He just kind of dove out to the panel, the area that
10,
that
9,
Callan was at.
8,
I think
7,
if he had he been on Callan, I think that would have not been 2 points for him.
2,
I think it would have been a good turnover and clear. But now only 3 minutes in and already 7 points for Ironic. For Rafa's going to try to track this one down, but
Blue throws
the
it
back
forward.
line is there. Callan is staying back. There's a real good player and almost a little bouncing shot from Duller. Cakes are going to try to reset it to his teammate, but it's just wide, and that might be another turnover because Rocks will be there. And a forward pass to Duller. He's immediately covered, though. Dano going to try to toss it back down to his teammate, but I think they try to chain out, so maybe no communication on that one. It's going to hurt him now because Rocks has the opportunity, but bounces it off the nest. And here's the chain from
Orange picks up the disc.
Chaos. Shot wide, but the chain there. So now we're seeing a good chain from Chaos. If only they had that one just a bit earlier, it might have been a different story for the series. But CJ gonna take a quick shot, maybe. Oh no, he takes his time and taking his time to spin around all the defenders. And CJ is on fire tonight. At least this round, he's 13 points in.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Chaos gonna try to start at least something, or at least stop the bleeding, if nothing else. Oh, wow, Adrumba gonna duck under one. He has a chance. Nice stun on the goalie. Oh, Cakester paired with Adrumba, and then the stun on the goalie is finally gonna stop the bleeding.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Nearing 5 minutes in this round, the final round of this series, with Ironic already taking the series, but play the third round because you want to get that sweet MMR. Callan now looking for the sweet pass. He's going to try to go back to Duller, and Duller going to play around on the nest, and looks like he tried to get a 3 on that one, but great defensive work. And a great chain, but just not good enough as Ironic is just faster, and looks like their whole team got back.
Blue sends it back the other way.
Still not a great clear, but it'll still be picked up by Duller once more, and Duller again clearing into the trench. Again, the chain is there, an open net for Rocks, and it might bounce in. Ooh, no, just off the pyramid in the wrong angle. And ooh, looks like CJ. Ooh, now Rocks again. This time an open net just for 2, but he did get around that nice defender very nicely.
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
And now Rocks catching up in the points, but all the plays that they made. Look at all the assists on the board for Ironic. It's just been nothing but team play, and Rocks maybe for 3. He will take it, and it will be a 3.
Your launchers. 14, 13, 12,
We need to changing up
10,
their spots on the side of Chaos.
6,
because sometimes you just get so used to doing like a left and right. You always go left and right. You know the defense is gonna try to cut it off early with a delay, or maybe just
Underway.
say there you see it again.
Clears it out of their zone.
Send two players down that one lane, and it was hard to throw it anywhere else. Like you just have to clear it, but you know somebody's waiting on the back line. Oh, and Farafo, gonna read that clear like a book, and Dano gonna try to reset it. Oh, but doesn't get the pass off in time, and it's gonna be a clear all the way into the third of Ironic.
Blue clears it out of their
This
zone.
time a good clear past everyone. It might bounce dangerously close as CJ is going to pick it up and take it for a 1v1. What moves he's doing on this back. But oh, but what a challenge by Cakester. Not phased at all by his movement. Just charges him immediately. And CJ Asen going to slap it in. CJ just been on fire with these slaps tonight.
14, 13, 12,
Anytime I see CJ's going after a disc and he's being contested, I know he's gonna slap it. And it's
5,
if it's not super close, it's in. It's just such accuracy on these slaps from CJ. Oh, and it looks like they almost intercepted that one, but just saving them. It was that quick pass. You know, setting up on the wall does help a lot of the times. Now Duller for three. It's just gonna be wide. Another opportunity for C. Jason. Gonna back it out to Duller, and Duller gonna try to take a long three, but now just a long two off of his recovery self pass.
14, 13,
And it looks like we might be nearing a mercy, actually, at the pace that this is going.
6,
I do like how Chaos has adjusted by putting their receivers on the walls. You know, sometimes that shorter pass is just what you need. Going for those long passes in the tunnel, it depends. Sometimes they can actually hurt you, or they can benefit you. But there's a long pass that will hurt them as C. Jason reads a long pass. Sometimes that trench is just a no-go zone. And Rock's gonna pick it up for his team. Doesn't need to rush anything. It's a minute 20 will near, and they've already got the series. And it looks like this round in the bag. That Duller, you know, he's gonna try to get more points, but he'll ding it off the crossbar. And a quick recovery is Rocks behind the backboard. CJ boosting his stats once more.
14, 13, 12, 11,
Now just one
9,
goal away from a mercy. Only 50 seconds left.
3,
And Chaos has really got to spread out. Maybe change up their spots. They haven't tried throwing it like low. I know Orbit has a great like offensive rollout where they just throw it straight to the ground. It really helps against any fast PE joust or anybody trying to get interceptions because it's such a weird lane to go to. And if you do try to guess it, well, you're just lost on like under the other team's nest. Nice reset for Callan. Gonna try to pass it forward. 20 seconds left on the clock. This could be last opportunity for either team now. And Diller gonna track it down by himself. CJ is there, but immediately contested now. Rocks
orange catches the
a little shot towards a goal. And Radruma to pick it up, and this is it, ladies and gentlemen. The round, the series, the match is over. Ooh, close. Almost got a buzzer beater on that one, but
chalk up a win.
it's a sweep for Ironic. As I said before, they played Spaghetti and lost 2-1 in that series, and they came back against Chaos and won 3-0. Clean sweep. And we got more matches, ladies and gentlemen, lined up. I think we're going to be with Atlas Megacorp. I know they're playing right now with Palador on the other stream, VRML2. And I think we're going to follow them together this time. I don't think there's any more overlapping games. And Atlas versus Re-V-Spawn. I'm excited to see that one because Re-V-Spawn is a team that's been getting better, I feel, every passing scrim. Not week, we've only had 1 week. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, thank you as always for tuning in. We're trying to get set up with these next matches. I'm not sure how far along Atlas is in their current matchup, but we're going to keep the action coming for tonight. Just try to knock all these matches out. Thanks again for tuning in. I have been Dash as your host, caster, and that's been Wit on the camera. You'll see us again in like a couple moments. But thank you as always for tuning in.